Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of my personal favorite books, Atomic Habits, and what I believe is one of the best self-improvement books that everyone should read. There's a ton of things in the book that we're not going to even be able to have time to cover, but I wanted to give you some of my favorite highlights, and hopefully some of these will get you to read the book. So to get a real premise of this book, I want you to think about the last time you set a big goal or achievement in your head, whether it be you wanted to run a marathon, or lose 10 pounds in a month, or learn a new instrument. I'm sure a lot of it came with turmoil and hardship, and part of it was also like you were trying to set a specific set of goals within each week, and you measured them, you made these SMART goals. James Clear says, hey, those are okay, but those focus a lot on the future. You should be focusing on the now, on today. What can you do today to help you get to where you want to be? And so he talks about this idea of a 1% change. And he basically says that in the same way money compounds over time, your habits are your compound interest of self-improvement. So if you think about the stock market or investing in general, if you put your money in, you're not going to be an ultimate millionaire in just one day. It takes time for your money to build up, but ultimately your gains are going to come over time and you're going to get the funds that you want. Similarly, your habits are that way. If you just increment your habits, your improvements by just a little bit each day, just a little bit, you're going to get to where you want to be. So let's take the example of the losing weight. Today, you should focus on just putting on your running shoes, and that's it. Tomorrow, you're going to put on your running shoes and drive to the gym. You're not even in the gym yet. You're just there. The next day, you're going to put on your running shoes, you're going to go drive to the gym, and then you're going to do a 10-minute workout. And then the next day, you're going to do a 15-minute workout, and so on and so forth. And each day, you're just getting a little bit better. Now, I know this sounds super silly and kind of seems like unintuitive, like I'm not going to get any better anytime soon. But if you think about it in this way, you're actually going to see a lot of motivation than just trying to be able to do some big goal later on. If you focus on just doing a little bit each day, that little intrinsic motivation for that day of just wanting to do just a little bit better is a lot easier to achieve, and it will actually help you get to your goal in a faster time. So the book starts with this principle and then extrapolates a bunch of other strategies and tips on how to keep going with your habits as you are in your journey of self-improvement. How do you get started, you might ask? Well, he talks about the 2-minute rule. So basically, he says, every task and every goal that you want to achieve can be broken down into a 2-minute habit. And what you want to do is be able to just have that in mind and just start with that, and that will get you going. So we're, again, in that example of losing weight, the 2-minute habit is putting on your running shoes. Very simple, easy, gets you going. You wanted to learn to play an instrument. Just play one chord or play for 1 minute or 2 minutes on your guitar. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about what's going to happen in the future. Worry about where you are now. So once you start your habit, he talks about making sure that you build a system to be able to help you keep going with your habits. So for example, your habits should be very visible or easily attainable. So he talks about how he wanted to eat healthier and eat an apple a day. And he realized when he kept his apples in his fridge, he would not see them. And so he would just miss a day or 2 or 3 without eating an apple. But when he brought the apples out into his kitchen area, into just a bowl, every time he would pass by it, he would grab the apple, and he actually was able to do it. So you want to be able to have your habit be something that's visible and easily attainable. And along with that, you want to make it frictionless. You want to make it very easy to do your habit. Again, with the running example, he talks about how some runners just had their running shoes by the edge of their bed, or some folks just even had their running clothes on as they went to bed. Reduce the amount of friction it takes to do your daily habit. Now, what I love about James Clear is that he's very real with you. He says you're gonna mess up. There is gonna be a day that you're gonna be forgetting to do your habit or something comes up, and that's okay. The important thing is that you don't let it keep going. He says you can have a 2-day rule. So basically, you can mess up for 1 day, but don't let it pass for more than 2 days. Because after 2 days, it becomes a lot harder to get back into your rhythm. There's a whole other set of principles in this book that I'm not gonna have time to talk about, such as how do your family and friends play into your habits, how to do habit stacking, which is basically having really good habits come one after another, so to really increase your self-improvement. When do your genes have a say into your habits? And how to get rid of your bad habits, and essentially how to make sure those bad habits turn into good ones. Overall thoughts though on the book. This is probably one of my favorite books that I always recommend to people. In fact, every time I mention this in a talk or just mention it to people, there's no one that has said that they did not get at least one thing out of this book. And so honestly, I think anyone should pick up this book, and you'll see that you'll be able to really get into it really quickly. In fact, I'd say pick up the book and just read 1 page. Just 1 page today. And then tomorrow, read 2 pages, and then 3 pages. And you'll be able to quickly go through the book in faster time than you ever achieved. So I hope you enjoyed that review. If you'd like to see more videos like this, reviewing some of my favorite books, please put down in the comments below what book you want to see, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.